So I wanted to share with people all the amazing friends that I have and what they're doing with their lives right now. And I wanted something where I can be Krys.
I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf.
Krystle Break is a place where you can be yourself. Laugh about your past and share your dreams.
Wherever I choose to go.
And tell me what's going on with you.
Living my life like it's golden. 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 Living my life like it's golden.
You're watching Krystle Breaks Easy. I am your host, Krystle, and today I have somebody here that you all should know. And I'm not going to say his name because I'm going to butcher it. Goes by Juice. Please introduce yourself. Mr. 90s Party himself. I like that. Because you are.
Yeah, 90s Party. So my name is Kamakacci Juice.
Say it one more time for them because I will butcher it.
So it's Kamakacci. Kamakacci is my brand. My name is Juice, but I go by Kamakacci Juice. Just for simple branding. So every time people see me and talk to me, they know me as Kamakacci Juice, but you can call me Juice.
Juice for short? Yes, simple. Please.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stick to Juice.
Yeah, you can call me Juice. That's the name I've had since I was like 7 or 8.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I had that name since I was 7 or 8 years old, and I'm almost 40 now. So I've been Juice almost my whole life.
That is dope. Yeah. I want to hear more about that. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time today to come see me.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So we're gonna jump right into it. Do you remember how we met?
So, I can't remember specifically how we met, but I do know I feel like I've known you at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Minimum. But I was thinking about on the drive here. I was like, I can't pinpoint how I've known you. But like, it's almost like over the years,
yeah,
I can bump into you. It's always, hi, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? It's always been love. It's always been like a reciprocal level of respect.
Yes.
But then I'm like,
how do I know that?
How do I actually know you? I don't, and I feel bad. I'm like, I don't remember, like, I can't say, oh, we met at such and such. I'm like, but I've seen you at maybe some of my boat cruises.
Yeah.
Here and there. Maybe some of the parties, like the 90s parties.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of like a thing.
So,
but I'm like, I do know I've known you.
I met you in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you just lost your weight. And you had a boot camp at the Athletic Leaders. No, it wasn't at the Athletic Leaders. You guys are hosting like a seminar at Harborfront Center.
Oh, shoot.
Because I signed up to do, you had a class, and then also you guys had 2 other Instagram celebrity girls come in.
Yeah.
Lalita and someone else. I met you at that event. Yes, I met you at that event.
Wow. That makes, like,
not talking about your journey of how you lost the weight and how you got there and what you were eating. You did like a whole little seminar. I signed up because of your weight loss journey.
Yeah.
That's why I met you.
Okay. So that, I feel better knowing that, because I'm like, I just feel like it's blank for me how we met.
Yeah. Like, I've been to a few of your parties before, like when you were like Gumbo, but I actually met you is during fitness.
That's cool.
Fitness journey.
I like that. And that actually like refreshes me a bit in terms of, I remember that time for me, that summer, 2013, 2014, 2015, that summer for me, I had a big weight loss transformation. I lost 70 pounds in 3 months. So then I started doing boot camp.
And I signed up.
Consultations and seminar. I was heavy in it.
Yeah.
I still am. It just life has changed. Got married, had kids, career change, moved a couple times, but wow, it's good to know.
That's how we actually met.
I was thinking about
I don't actually know how we met.
Yeah. I was driving. I'm like, I feel so bad. I just know it's been at least 10 years.
It's 10 years?
Yeah.
I have so many funny and best moments with this person, but I want to know what our moments that they think are special to them. Let's listen.
I feel like my life's not
so funny on social media.
But like my actual life is not funny. Crazy. On social media, I see you say that. I'm like, yeah, on social media, my life is funny. My actual life, what could be something that's funny?
No, funny stories between you and your boys.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like something that stands out right now.
What made you laugh like within the last.
So you know what's funny? Like, well, I think back what made me laugh. Like when I'm with my boys, this is where like we're becoming old heads now, because now we like reminisce about back
Cool. Yes.
or in our when we were 17, 18, 19, 20. Because look, I can't think of a funny moment, but anytime I'm with my guys or with the guys went to high school with, we always reminisce about the good old days.
Yeah.
Now we're those old heads that talk about the good old days. Funny moments that just happen. Like we'll talk about like, oh, remember when we were in high school and like one of the men had like slipped falling up the stairs and his pants ripped or something. And like we laugh at those moments. But other than that, it's kind of crazy. I can't even think of anything.
When was your last good laugh?
So right now it's my kids make me laugh every day. Like I have a 4-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son.
Yeah.
And they're at a point now where like my daughter is so blunt where like she'll be like, Daddy, like, why is there white hairs in your beard? And I just like burst out laughing. Or like she'll look at me and be like, Daddy, like, why haven't you shaved? Or like, why is your hair like growing? Because I usually shave all bald.
Yeah.
And I usually start laughing because I'm like, kids have no filter.
Nice.
So like I'll burst out laughing and she'll be like, what's funny? And I'm just like, I don't know, you're just so blunt. Like she'll be like, what's blunt? I'm like, well, blunt's when you speak your mind. Like, and I just keep going. Those are the moments for me where I'm literally laughing because I'm like, I love how blunt children can be. Because as adults, like for example, if you're looking at me right now and I had like white gray hairs, you wouldn't say, oh my God, look at you with those white gray hairs. You would just assume that's just everyday life.
Yeah.
Like my daughter will call me out on it. Yeah. And I laugh in those moments.
I have a 9-year-old named Carter, and Carter I feel like is going on 30.
Mm-hmm.
Carter is so honest that no, sometimes you just want to like no filter. So my husband was trying to explain to Carter and myself that so my husband doesn't eat pork or shellfish.
Okay.
And growing up, those are the rules in the house. He doesn't eat. My mom cooked everything. So we're trying to explain that, hey, Grandma Ella cooks this in the house. Grandma Annie never cooked this. So he's just sitting there and he's pondering. Boy, what's the kid doing? And he looks at me and he goes, so do you love pork?
That's jokes.
I was like, did I say that? Did I say that, Carter? I didn't say that. And then my husband's there dying because my husband's like, yeah, you eat pork. We don't eat pork in this house. You're the only one that eats pork.
But it's just how their brains
work. I really wanted to snuff him that day because that's not what I said. I was trying to explain, but he was right. Do you like pork?
Yeah, me too. Which is how the children will break down what we do.
Tell me your favorite slow jams.
This one I like.
This is their favorite.
Yeah. So
it's either your top 5 or 10.
For a little background behind it. So I throw a party called the 90s.
We're coming up to that. That's called the come up. Yeah. But go
2000s party. So
yeah,
I'll just make that brief. My knowledge with music
is ridiculous.
Yeah. Deep. I grew up. I'm from the 90s, 2000s era.
Yeah.
Okay. So slow jams is my like when I was like 16, 17, 18, CD Discman, headphones on. I was listening to Jagged Edge, Drew Hill, Boys to Men, like artists like that. So even just that background, but slow jams for me, I'm
your top 5.
I'm more of the music I listen to will be like Drew Hill, 5 Steps, for example.
Okay.
When you hear that song, that's when brothers, that's when R&B music made you feel it.
Yes.
Deep in your soul. It gives you goosebumps when you hear that beat drop, when you hear the chorus, when you watch the videos.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't even know if there is R&B music currently. There is. But I don't know if
crazy. Yeah. It's not giving us that feel.
You like know what real love is just by listening to the music. So Drew Hill, 5 Steps, Casey and JoJo, like songs like Crazy. Okay, so I won't even give you like the generic songs, like the one that played all the weddings. I can't remember right now, but like songs like Crazy or Tell Me It's Real by Casey and JoJo. Boys to Men, like On Bended Knee.
Yeah,
example. Like these are songs that I listen to like driving up here. Like
same. The part's still in my this part.
Music. And then another classic I love, maybe somebody like real music out there is listening, like Prophet Jones.
Okay.
it was an R&B group in the early 2000s that had like 2 or 3 songs. One guy had a big afro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like 106 in Park Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a song they had called Lifetime. One of my favorite songs of all time. I was probably like 15, 16 when that came out. But that was me in the shower every day, getting ready for school, coming home from school, but like BET 106 in Park era. Those are the songs where it's like karaoke songs.
Yeah.
Pull that up at any party, karaoke, and
So
still have.
say me your favorite part of any of this 5. Like, what is your favorite? Are you a bridge person? Are you a chorus person? Are you those like key moments of the song?
I usually like the introduction. Like
The lead up?
yeah, like the lead up, like even like True Hill, 5 Steps, like even how it starts, like when the beat starts, or like I don't know how much longer, boom, you're gonna be here, and it's just that
Yeah.
and you're like and you're almost like,
Yeah.
one for my mother, one for my father, like, and that's the intro.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people at home are probably like, what for the love of my life, right?
Yeah.
That's the intro. The intros for all those songs, to me, it builds the moment. And then when we get to the chorus,
Yeah.
we're all singing, dancing, give me the microphone,
Yes.
karaoke, anywhere, it's on.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's that time for Dirty Laundry, my favorite segment. Let's hear what my guests have to say by airing out their dirty laundry.
Yes. Are you willing to share your dirty laundry today?
I suppose so, yes.
All right. So tell me a good mix-up story. So just we are married now. We are older now.
Disclaimers. It's all good.
So this is not him right now. Very gay.
Yeah. But I went into this knowing
Yes. Did you give your wife the heads up?
I did it. You know why? Because
So make sure you go home.
I want to watch this with her
Okay.
without even like
Oh, so you really want to just like catch a slipper?
I want to like get some wine, some popcorn, and be like, oh, check out my interview. Like
Yeah.
once it's edited and all out. So I didn't tell her anything. I read the questions. She knew I was coming here,
Yes.
but that was it. Yeah.
I'm excited. So let's go. Share your dirty laundry. And what was gonna be good? We have to take a deal red.
Like, can we get like topics or like dirty laundry in what sense though?
So tell me a mix-up story. So it could be a past relationship that went bad. So for example, Pablo shared a breakup story that went public. Well, if he did on a public place.
And I didn't think about this before I got here. I kind of wanted it that way.
Yes.
So brief history. I was a club promoter.
Yeah.
Heavy in the club scene as a full-time club promoter for 10 years. Probably from 2005 to about 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I was full-time club promoter doing events, boat cruises, concerts, etc., you name it. During that time, so that's the disclaimer. Yeah.
Yeah.
During that
Time, yes.
I had met a lot of friends, female friends.
Of course.
I had a lot of
Guest list.
I had a lot of female friends I had met being a club promoter. So I'll give you a specific story. So one time I was at one of the events I was doing. This is where it's very vague.
Oh,
So one of the events I was doing,
Okay.
and there was in that room probably about 5 different women at the time that I was speaking to.
No. Like, pause for a second. When you refer to speaking to, so your good morning texting, your late night texts. I need to know. You
Yeah, look at the camera. You see the long.
know too.
You see the drama she's already created.
Drama. It's when guys you're like, they were speaking to. No. You had 5 separate relationships with these women.
Yes,
All 5 thought they had hope. Yes.
there was lots of communication. There was
I love these words. Communication.
being very politically correct.
Yes. Back then, you're good now because you're married now. But back then, You had 5 separate relationships. All 5 women are in the club.
They're all in the club at the same time, in the same spot. So I had a few male friends of mine that knew
Who was who?
who was who.
Yes.
Everybody's in the spot.
Great win then.
So me, I'm ducking and dodging. I'm
Yeah,
keeping
'cause you're busy.
it very like, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Good. Cordial. Not showing any type of we know each other.
Yeah.
Favoritism, anything. On to the next. And I was bouncing around like a pinball,
Yeah.
going crazy inside.
How
Which
fun.
I that for you out there, that lifestyle. This is where I could ease it up. It's not fun. It causes stress. It causes
Anxiety.
problems, anxiety. Like you think, like for the men and women, because maybe women are doing that too. If you talk to several people at the same time, it might seem fun and games, but when you're in the heat of it all, it's not fun and games. So what had happened was one of my boys, had told one of the girls
So the other girl was here?
that Josh is in here and he's talking to that girl.
Are you friends still with this person?
With the guy, no.
Okay. Oh, you just hate it.
Yeah, the guy knows. So he knew there was multiple women in it. So if I was my memory, I think he told 2 or 3 of them because he was just we were drinking, having conversations, and he wasn't doing. I don't know. See, I actually don't know why. Because I have another boy that was there. I was like, why did he do that?
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm glad he did. My life changed after that moment. And he told 2 or 3 girls in there that Josh has 2 or 3 girls in here that he's intimate with or texting. This. And then the girls
found each other
all in the same spot. Started communicating.
So in Texas?
I'm pretty sure.
We pulled that phone real quick. So you text him at what date?
Yeah.
You saw him on what date? I saw him.
I'm in there like what's happening? And I remember just being like it was like the whole.
Did they all 5 come to you?
3, maybe 3 or 4. But in that day, by the end of the day, had all found out about each other. Not in that moment,
yeah.
But by the end of that night, early the next day, I knew for sure all of them, I think all 5, knew about each other.
Oof.
And that's when it was all over.
So did you just cut everything off, or did you try to like smooth it out between?
No, it was over. You're deep in the mud. You're like, there's nothing I can say or do that can fix anything in this situation.
Yeah.
That was. I'm happy that had happened, but that's the one thing that can stick out to me right now in terms of airing out the dirty laundry, because I've never told anyone this story.
Oh my goodness.
Live and direct.
Thank you. It's an honor to hear your messiness back then.
Yeah, because
this is club promoter life.
And then that's me being in the prime of my club promoter life where, a lot of some of the friendships turned into more than friendships, but I wasn't in a committed relationship with any of these women.
That is you thought.
Maybe.
That you thought.
Yeah, I was still
You were single, but these girls all thought that they were exclusive to you in their own mind.
More than
People gave them the attention that they thought this. I'm sorry. I'm just...
yes. More than likely, yes, at that time.
Yes.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
See my answer, most likely. I'm not admitting I don't know.
You're a single guy at the time. So that's okay, because they never actually...
Definitely some dirty laundry. Air it out. Don't make that one the real. Don't make that one the collaborator post. Don't make that one.
That's the best one.
The collaborator reel that needs to be promoted. Let's just
as a promoter, Juice, as a promoter, you get the best parts of your party to promote. I know. Yeah. So as a podcast, I get the best sound bites.
I know. You're right. Because I know how this has to get marketed.
It has to.
Yeah. It's all good.
And then people know that, people know Juice as this.
I know.
Lovey.
Sorry. It's okay. I know. But you get it all.
You get it today.
It's time to get deep. Let's get real deep. What's your breaking point?
I like that one too. Yeah, so now we can tone it down a bit.
Yes.
So that one actually, this is in 2018-19. I had almost like a mental breakdown moment in my life. And And it was nothing specific, but this is where I could talk about more like men's health, mental health. I had a time in my life where it seemed like through social media, Instagram, Facebook, however people know me, my life was beautiful. Events were popping, fashion was on point. At that time, I was working I had a part-time job, full-time. I was working at Harry Rosen, which is a men's luxury.
My husband has half his closet in Harry Rosen's bag. Yeah.
So I was working, so I have all the bags too. So at that time, I was working at Harry Rosen from 2015 to 2017. I was at Vaughan Mills outlet.
The outlet, okay.
One. So 2015, 16, 17, 18, I was working at Harry Rosen. And then life seemed like everything was good. But I had a lot of like past traumas, I guess, that never was healed or dealt with or spoken about. I actually don't really know. But it's just like, it's almost like I started having like nightmares and traumatic stress. A lot of things in my life at that time was like spiraling without getting any help from it. So what happened was I reached a breaking point and I got a physical condition called Bell's palsy.
Oh.
Bell's palsy, if anybody's not familiar with, it's where you wake up one morning, picture like this morning, you wake up and half your face is paralyzed.
Yes.
From like literally my whole right side, from the top of my head all the way to my chin to some parts of this was literally just paralyzed. Like my mouth was drooping. My eye was dry because it wasn't blinking. And I woke up this way. I had just did a party the day before called the brunch.
Yeah.
I was at Brazil back in those days. So I thought I was hungover. I didn't even know. I had no idea. I was like, oh, there's a weird hangover. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, my face was slouching. And I couldn't figure it out. 2 whole days had gone by. I was with my wife now was my girlfriend at the time. And we went out to eat and I took a drink and it was pouring out my mouth. And she's like, yo, something's wrong with you. First of all, your eyes are bloodshot red. You haven't blinked. You're just like not moving, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'm just hungover. So anyways, the following morning, she's like, nah, something's wrong. We go to the hospital. Hospital does all these tests on me. Like you have a condition called Bell's palsy. It's similar to a stroke. Similar, but not a stroke. So they do all the tests. They give me antibiotics, steroids. It's almost like if you had waited any longer, you'd be permanently paralyzed. So I didn't tell anybody. I kept it on the low, almost, whatever. And then I started to do my research and find out what had caused the Bell's palsy. To find out, make the long story short, it was stress related. What I was doing was holding in all my stress. I was going to bed every night. But I didn't even know. I couldn't tell you what something specific. It was just all areas of life. I was always masking my stress. And so whenever I had stressful moments, I would probably post something happy, or I'd post like good times on my Instagram. I would post nothing bad in my story about my personal life, anything going on. And finding out it was just stress that I was holding in, and then my body almost had like a chemical imbalance, and like your stress like peaks.
Yes.
And then you get Bell's palsy. It's caused by many other things, but for the most part, it is a stress related condition and eventually went away.
Okay.
After almost 2.5 months, I started to change how I handled stress, smiling more, being happier more, expressing myself more when I talk to people. Eventually, all of a sudden, it was like my face started molding back together, and then I was able to smile. And then I had like a few mental breakdowns where I cried, I laughed. It was weird. It was like mix of emotions. I remember one time I'm getting an oil change and I start crying, and I'm I'm crying, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm just crying, and I'm like, I was like getting it all out.
Yeah.
Once I had reached that point of getting it all out, I was almost like I had rebuilt myself from inside out. And that is, to answer that question, probably the only trauma I've ever experienced. But then that experience made me realize don't hold anything
in.
I don't care. Because now I'm at a point where like someone annoys me or pisses me off. First of all, I'll probably block them now. Like I'm more on like I block them and that's my peace.
Yes.
Because some people, I'm like, it's not even worth talking to you about. It's not responding. I'll just block you. Instagram, Facebook, I'll just block you. WhatsApp, block your phone number. Like, I'm like, if you're coming at me with different things, if I choose to respond, might not go well, but I'll just block you. But that's my peace now.
Yeah.
Compared to like having people just egging things on, whatever the situation is. But yeah, that was a very traumatic time in my life. And I've spoken about it. Like I created like a YouTube video where I spoke about it, talked about it. Even that was like therapeutic for me. But it's something that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, never knew that.
Because I had, it was like almost 3 months where this half of my face was slouched. Like it was like right down the middle.
Yeah.
Slouched. Like my lip, my eye, my everything. It was so crazy. And there's still like after effects even to this day where in 2024, I could be talking to you and like my right eye will start tearing. Because it's now, I don't have all the full feeling anymore on this side of my face. Or I could start drooling or like my kids were like, Daddy, why are you crying? I'm like, I'm not crying. They're like, you're tearing. I'm like, I know. And I try to explain to my kids, I had this condition that kind of never fully went away. But there's no pain.
Yeah.
It's just, now there's uncontrolled, like I don't have full control of this half of my face, even though it looks like I do. Because at any moment, it could just literally start tearing. I'm just like tearing uncontrollably in my one eye. I have to just keep wiping my eye like until it goes away. And I have to keep explaining to people, I had this thing called Bell's palsy. Don't be scared. It just happens here and there, randomly. Yeah, like trust me, randomly. I'm just like drooling. I'm like, I can't really control this side of my mouth anymore.
I never knew, so thank you so much for sharing that. But thanks for giving us like the actual background and how you overcame it. That's really cool. So where can people find that YouTube video if they really
so I created a YouTube channel during COVID actually with my wife called Joshua and Brenda. So if you type in Joshua and Brenda on YouTube, on there it'll say my mental health story. A lot of views. And then when I did that story, I loved the amount of people that said me too. That like I never knew why I got Bell's palsy, or bro, like thanks for sharing the people are DMing me on Instagram all over the world, literally. Like your story, it was me too. I went through the same thing. Yeah, some people just need to hear it from I don't know,
somebody else that looks like that.
That looks like them. Yeah. I had a lot of American black men are DMing me and following me. Like that literally happened to me too. I couldn't figure out why. Like it's just your stress. You just gotta learn how to
deal with it.
Deal with stress. Yeah, don't hold it in.
That's dope. Congratulations on that. All right.
3 movies or TV shows that you wish you took your time back.
Good ones. Family Matters, 90s, Steve Urkel.
Do you have an episode though that's your favorite episode?
I like when he used to transform into Stefan.
Yeah.
Because I remember back in the day, like that was just cool to us as kids.
Yeah.
To see how nerdy he was, and then to see like, oh shoot,
he got swag.
He's actually not nerdy in real life. Like to see that Stefan Urkel character was who we wanted to be like. He was a smooth operator. He was handsome. He dressed nice. He was also, I remember being a kid and be like, wow, because we used to pretend to be Stefan Urkel instead of Steve Urkel. Yeah, so Family Matters, some of the youngins would be like, what's that?
Gotta Google it.
Yeah, Google that one, kids. Anybody born in like, I don't know, 2000. What? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Any favorite episode?
The one where his father came in
and then left.
Still I'll cry to this day.
Same. If I see the clip on Instagram,
I see that clip every Father's Day crying. And I'm like, why? Like, what? And I call my dad, like, I don't love you. Say that. I don't remember what I did for you. Yeah, like to this day.
Yeah.
The father episode.
Yeah.
When he hugged Uncle Phil.
At the end, he felt
YouTube that. Like goosebumps, even talking about it. I haven't even seen that in a long time. But like, because I remember one Father's Day during COVID, I reposted it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was like tearing. And it was just like I posted it because it was like a reminder to all men out there who are fathers, like don't neglect your kids. Yeah. Because at that time, I had just had my daughter. Mm-hmm. So I was like
in love.
6 months to be a father. Yeah. So I was like, how can anyone neglect their child unless it's like a situation where you can't control? Like I don't know what that is, but So I remember reposting it in 2020 and just being like teary while reposting it. I'm like, I'm an emotional wreck ever since I became a dad. But yeah, so to lighten things up a bit, Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
And I'll talk about that because for me, that was like my early morning before school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. 7:45 a.m.
See, but it was Saturday, wasn't it?
How did?
Saturday.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, I just remember early in the mornings with Saved by the Bell. So Family Matters is Friday night.
Yep.
Fresh Prince probably Friday.
Fridays.
Saved by the Bell, Boy Meets World.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big Topanga fan back in the day. Not gonna lie, my wife's gonna watch this. Not gonna lie, I don't know what it was. All the boys in school, we freaking all loved Topanga.
Yeah.
These all 90s shows, but anyway.
You ever watch
Yeah,
Hang Time?
I was just gonna say, funny. I was just gonna say, Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I wasn't sure if the audience would catch that and know Hanging Mr. Cooper and Hang Time.
Hang Time was.
I used to watch Hang Time.
Do you ever watch
Saturdays?
California Dreams? Do you remember that one? That was a show. It was Saved by the Bell, Hang Time, California Dreams. Same thing, like high school kids, but in LA. Yeah.
Shoot, I'd have to YouTube that. No, I don't remember. But Hang Time.
You remember California Dreams?
Yeah, I gotta YouTube it later tonight. But
Hang Time was the basketball one. Was Danielle was the only girl on the team, and they was on the Anthony Anderson.
Yeah, Anthony Anderson, where he got his first break, and people don't really know that because that was probably like 97 or 98.
Roughly.
Yeah, but those are my shows. Like for me,
Yep.
TV has never been the same, no matter what they try to. Because those were like pivotal moments, and like that. Those are our life lessons. Watching these shows.
Very true.
Yeah, compared to today's world, YouTube and TikTok, Facebook and stuff.
Shorts.
Yeah.
Give me your top 2 movies, or a movie that you wish you got your time back for, like a horrible, like I don't know why I sat through that.
See, I wouldn't even sit through. Like I'm more like the minute it sucks, I just turn it off. So I can't even think of anything that like I wish I got my time back. But movies I love.
Yeah.
I love like Jurassic Park. That's like really random.
Like all like the old school ones, like from the
Just the part, yeah, like the first 1, 2, or 3, I think, and then after that, it was just really repetitive. I tried watching it the other day with my my kids. We just couldn't get into it. And then one movie me and my kids are actually watching right now, like what I mean, like every day, The Sandlot. Remember The Sandlot from the early 90s, where it's about it's a baseball movie, and it's about the ball goes over the fence, and there's this big dog so it's a Disney movie. It's about this big dog that the kids think is this big, massive, like monster of a dog.
Yeah.
But it's their imagination until they actually get the ball. And it's like a full 2-3 hour movie until they actually get the ball and realize it's not this big, massive. But it's like, it kind of gives you a perspective of how kids view something and how adults view something. Because in the end of it, it was just like a regular dog that like wasn't this monstrous, like they made it seem like it was like the size of a tree,
like Clifford.
Yeah, like Clifford the Big Red Dog. But anyways, so I mean, it's a great family friendly movie. So my kids and I, like right now, every single day when we get my daughter from school, we somehow put on The Sandlot, and we get like 45 minutes into it, fucking every single day.
Is in the same 45 minutes?
Mm-hmm. My son who's 2,
Yeah,
wants to start it from the
beginning,
and we just keep. And then my wife and I are like, we haven't even got past a certain point
for you
in like 2 weeks. We just keep watching the same thing
45 minutes
every single day. Yeah. So
that's dope.
It's time to be inspired. So let's ask my guests, what's going on with them? In business, life, new adventures.
So what I'm wearing right now, first of all, Kamakacci, my jacket, my hat.
Did you bring me a gift?
You know what? I have another form of a gift for you.
Okay.
Which I can give to you right now, actually.
Give you to now. Okay.
We'll just put it here just to see if you're gonna come this year.
Of course. Yes, I'm coming. I'll see you last year. I got tickets.
So just so you know, let me show you. These are the first 2. 1 and 2.
Oh,
We just printed them.
today.
So I brought her So
I will be there.
So I throw a boat cruise called the 90s Party Boat Cruise and
Yes.
the 2000s Party Boat Cruise.
And this came back because you were going to do this.
So
This is in high demand.
15 years
Yes.
that we threw the finale,
Yep.
but we're bringing back,
The 90s.
there's a popular demand, the 90s Party Boat Cruise. So we had ended the series in November.
Yes.
So these are the first 2 tickets.
It does. It says 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
It's literally the first 2.
I'm to be there.
It's Sunday, July 14th. So you and
Yes.
you and the hubby, whoever you come
Now you don't go outside. You don't come outside.
whoever you go with,
I-
here's your 2 tickets to the
Yes.
dance party.
Carver, you come with me? You do boats or you don't do boats? You don't do parties at all. No, you're coming. You're with me. Abana will be with me and we'll take pictures on the boat.
So there's the gift right there. I did
Thank
something.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so event planner, party promoter, host, clothing brand. We started the clothing brand back in 2001. I was in grade 9 at the time. My brother and I created the company. Kamakacci means to recapture the essence of life. At the time, we created it because there was brands like Rockaware, Sean John,
Yes.
Fubu, Academics, etc. All the hip hop urban brands. And my brother and I were young, high school. He was in grade 12. I was in grade 9. We said, what makes us any different to not have our own clothing line that we can wear and represent ourselves with our friends within our community? So we're from Meadowville, Mississauga. I went to a high school called Mount Carmel. My brother at the time went to Father Gates Secondary School. So anybody who watches this from Saga will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Early 2000s. So we started printing Kamakacci across t-shirts and selling it within high school. Then the brand started growing. We started getting representatives in different schools. We started branching off into Scarborough, Brampton, Toronto.
Yes.
And we had reps, so we give everybody 10 shirts and everybody was selling. Caravan weekend, it was big for us, massive. And then this kind of just took us through 2001 to like 2005. Then we started doing like events.
Mm-hmm.
We started an event company called Top of Toronto in summer of 2005, which was more like a event planning site
Yes.
/ clothing line. And the reason we did that was kind of like Rockaware, Rockefeller Records. Like
Yeah.
we wanted like a main hub and then a branch off company. So we started another business under the Talk of Toronto umbrella, is where we started hiring up and coming photographers, graphic designers, club promoters, club hosts, fashion models.
Mm-hmm.
We started connecting with a lot of the downtown Toronto nightlife club owners. And then almost like we now had paid promoters, and then we had the clothing brand, and we've been running with it. And here we are, 2024. We still have our Kamakacci website up and active. We still have talkoftoronto.ca up and active. We're still doing events,
Yes.
still doing the clothing line. And I've never really stopped. I've had moments where we stopped,
Yeah.
but we never like
So close.
companies.
I first remember seeing you guys Carabana weekend is I Am Not a Rapper t-shirts.
Yeah.
That was like my first of like, what's doing a rapper?
That time, so that shirt was not our shirt,
Oh.
but we were collaborating with that owner.
Oh.
So we had a shirt called I Hustle Hard,
Yes.
and then the I'm Not a Rapper shirt was another guy from Toronto
Mm-hmm.
named Big Apple. So, but we did a lot of collaborating. Like I'm talking like,
I remember Carabana Friday. It was like 30 of you guys.
yeah, it was his shirts and our shirts, but I mean side by side. We had like in those like picket signs,
Yes.
the logos. We had towels, bandanas, like almost like we called it like guerrilla marketing before social media.
Yeah.
We had 10,000 flyers, stickers, posters put up everywhere. So I'm Not a Rapper, I Hustle Hard were the slogans, but we were collaborating between two owners because we all had like we were throwing the same parties. We had our logos on both flyers. Caravana celebrity parties. This is 2005, 6, 7, 8, 2009, 2010. And then we started shifting things because by then Facebook's out now.
Yeah.
Instagram probably started coming out. Twitter was now popping. The market became very oversaturated with brands, but we were one of the, not the first, but we were one of the first Toronto clothing brands collectively together from Toronto doing our thing before. Now there's hundreds of thousands, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of brands.
So
That's dope.
Yeah, we're still here. That's
Still here.
my story. Still grinding. Never.
Yeah, because you brought up these jackets, I believe, early last year.
Yeah. So
We brought back the
relaunched. So these jackets, what I'm wearing originally was released in 2006, 7, and 8. Then we stopped production of the jackets by like 2011 because fashion was changing too.
Yes.
It was going more like True Religion, Ed Hardy style. This is very old school looking. So fashion repeats itself. So right now I feel like everybody's back on that 2000s.
Trust me, I have a nephew right now that he only wears oversized.
Yeah, we're gonna say baggy,
oversized, fully back in. Well, don't catch him in a skinny pair.
Yeah, nobody's wearing that. I mean, they're still wearing it, but the trends right now is baggy, oversized. Everybody wants, because we did a pop-up shop last week, so we do vendor pop-up shops. We sold to so many young kids compared to the older, like people my age.
Yeah.
It was all like 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, because they like, oh, this looks so like
retro.
Like, yeah.
How does it make you feel?
Yeah, my brother and I were like, look, you see, the guy tapped him, like, you see our audience now?
Yeah.
It's no longer the 30, 40-year-olds. Now we're tapping into the 16 to like 21. They were buying our jackets, they were buying our hoodies, our hats, our tees, and now they're going to be rocking all over the GTA. They don't even know what the brand is. They just like, they like the look of it. So, yeah, so that's why we're relaunching, because now is the time. So we're putting things back into production, back to manufacturers, website. We're doing pop-ups, and
that's dope.
This segment is called Book Me, where I actually get to ask my guests about what book had deeply impacted them and why.
My favorite book of all time is the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Okay.
Now, I read that book in 2019 or 2020 during COVID. I read a couple books actually during that time. Kind of missed those
days, right?
Yeah, I remembered. I read a few books. A lot. I love reading autobiographies. The autobiography of Malcolm X stood out to me. No matter if you're black, white, Chinese, Indian, Hispanic, doesn't matter what race you are. It's about equality and really teaching and understanding, loving one another, regardless of who we are, what we do, background. Because everybody had, for those who know, like Malcolm X is from like the 50s, 60s civil rights movement era, and a lot of people had painted him as the bad picture, because all the photos you see of him is him like holding rifles and like the angry civil activist, whereas Martin Luther King was the loving, happy civil activist. However, if you read their autobiographies, they had painted this picture of Malcolm X like he was this violent, kill you, but he was just fed up, angry, frustrated with almost Martin Luther King's way of teaching, which is like, yes, turn the cheek, love thy neighbor. But Malcolm X was like more like, stand up for your rights, stand your foot, stand your ground, but turn the cheek if you have to. But he was more like, don't just let people push you over and knock you over. So when I had read his book, I learned so much. I was like, I wish everybody can read the autobiography. And I actually found it. I was at a Value Village one day during COVID. I picked it up. I was like, the autobiography of Malcolm X. Like, I had no intention of reading. I didn't search for it. Got it for like $5. I went home that day. I started going through it. And it took me like not too long. It's a very big book too. And I read it and I just remember like that changed my perspective of unity, equality, love for brothers, sisters, but all races. And I think it's important for anybody watching this, no matter the race, so not just black people. Go on Amazon, get the autobiography of Malcolm X, read it from start. I read it twice from start to finish. It'll change your perspective of a lot of things, especially standing up for yourself and others, and understanding equality with everybody is in that book. Yeah, so that's my favorite book.
So this is our last segment. It's called The Quote. I ask my guests to tell me what quotes they use on a daily basis or the ones they live by. For me, short and simple, mine is, life is what you make it. Because it is. Let's hear what my guests have to say.
Recently, It's if it was easy, everybody would do it. So I have two quotes recently. If it was easy, everybody would do it. And then something my brother said to me just last weekend, actually. I was like, wow, guy's full of gems. So I have an older brother named Sean. He's my business partner in everything that I do. So Kamakacci, Taka Toronto, we're 50-50 on everything. He said to me last week, well, especially with our brands, don't hope for overnight success. Because I was like, Joe, we got to get things popping. Like, we've been doing this 20 years now. And he's like, because if you're hoping for overnight success, Juice, then be ready for overnight failure. I was like, look at you dropping gems on me. Like, he was like, no, I'm serious. Like, don't think because we're back up and running that we're just going to pop off to the top right away and put in 20 years work. It's about the marathon. Yeah. Literally, my brother was like, and I was like,
it's so true.
It's almost like a humbling moment. He's 4 years older than me. I was like, why are you saying this to me right now? Like,
well, you needed to hear that because you're such in like, go, go, go. He's like, hey, we're going to
slow it down. Yeah. We're going to keep grinding. Little by little, we're going to get it in the right hands. We're going to get the bulk cruises popping. We're going to get the top control Kamakacci. But don't think it's going to be like, you know, tomorrow there's 1 million followers and worldwide success, because you have to be prepared for overnight failure as well. So as fast as things can pop off, it can die out just as fast. So my brother said that to me. I was like, wow, it was humbling. I'm like, kind of like, you got to accept it. I was like, all right, you're right. So now I'm like, I'm going to live by that as well. So if you're hoping for overnight success, be prepared for overnight failure.
I love it.
And, yeah, I was like, wow, that's pretty deep. So now I think about that now.
Yeah.
Where it's almost like, yeah, it's been 20 years, but it's a marathon. So it could be 20 more years.
Yeah.
Till we get to where we feel
that is worth it.
Yeah, that we're right where we need to be.
That's dope. So last question. Krystle Breaks Easy meant what to you today? How do you enjoy your experience?
I loved every minute of it. Couple reasons. So for the viewers, she had planted this seed with me a year ago, I think.
Yeah.
A year ago, you messaged me, I think or was it 2 years ago? When was that? Planting the seed about interviewing me or getting on your show.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, or I think I said, yeah, I'm busy. I just kept saying, I don't know. Like, it was just like life. I had a son. I got married. Like, so many things always, those all excuses. And I remember always being open to it.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
It just never happened.
So when you messaged me yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. I told this to my wife too. I said yes right away. I remember like you said Happy Mother's Day to your wife. I told her. And then you asked me to get on your show. Are you free tomorrow? Last I said yes. Because I was like, I'm not going to let more time pass, because enough time has already passed. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
So when you said, or another date 3 weeks from now, I was like, no, because what's going to happen if I say that next date, something else is going to come up. My kid's going to get sick.
That's very
close. Toddlers. Yeah. One of them's going to get sick. Ear infection is going to happen. One is, because it's always them.
It's always.
One of them like.
School and daycare.
Yeah, school, daycare, school. So between those two alone, I can't plan for 3 weeks from now. I talked to everybody. I'm like, I literally do not know what's going to happen. So when you guys hit me up, I just felt like right now is the time. Whatever we're going to talk about, I didn't even know yet.
Yeah, right now. You said yes. I'm like, I'm going to send the question. Let's have an email address. Like, yeah, send it.
Send it. So when you sent it, I briefly looked at it, but I didn't want to get too deep into it. I was like, okay, cool. All right, that's dope. All right, we'll leave that for tomorrow. I just left it like, I want to come here open, clean.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to have anything
prepared.
Yeah.
So I like to send the questions out so you were not blindsided.
I probably would have been, but the stuff with some of the earlier ones.
Or was your wife one?
Yeah, when I knew, I'll get into it. I feel like you want to have me on your show, I'm honored. I'm like, whatever it is we talk about, if it's relationships, if it's the nitty gritty, if it's the dirty laundry, I'm like, let's do it. Because then the way I viewed it was like, already this is giving your viewers and people who know me another side to me.
Thank you.
I've never seen
or heard anything. Exactly.
Aside from, I'll be honest, the boat cruises, Kamakacci, Taka Toronto, but other than those things, every question nobody knows. aside, because that's usually all I post about.
Yeah. So this is why I wanted to do a podcast. So I can introduce everybody to dope people that I know.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Because
So it's
I was like, I'm down. So that's what I told my wife. I told her,
yeah.
I didn't tell her the questions, but I told her that I was like, it's going to give.
Brenda, I'm sorry. I fixed it yesterday.
Yeah.
He could have showed you yesterday.
So I didn't give her the question, but I told her that I'm sure we're going to share it, make it collaborative post, because she's like, she knows like when I do stuff like this,
Yeah.
I go all with the promotion.
Yeah.
I give you all my promotion. So like collaborate me,
you.
send me all the links, give me
Yeah.
all the video clips. I'll get it on all my channels, all my socials, because I want people to see.
This is
Yeah.
what I love.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna promote it the way I promote my own stuff. So I told her, was like, I think it's more about like people getting to know me differently than how they, I guess, what I post. Really. That's what
Also know a little bit of history. They get to know you on a deeper level than circuits. And then they get to know all about your business.
That's what I love.
How you get to promote yourself. So I just gave you an extra platform for both of us. So this is great. You guys have been watching Krystle Breaks Easy. I got the boy Juice with me. We'll be at the 90s boat ride. I got my tickets. Like, you don't understand how excited I am?
I had to come with something. Yeah, but I knew I was like, I'll really give it just yeah, I'll really work. But like,
Because I support your partners. I come.
I'll bring the t-shirt to the party.
Oh.
But this is when I mean hot off the
Yes,
like,
it
so-
says
yeah, it's
001 0002. Like, I got the first 2 tickets.
yeah. I didn't even meet with my team yet. We're meeting
Like, sorry, I got it.
on next Tuesday, Wednesday to
Yeah.
distribute the rest of the tickets to
Tickets?
everybody else.
No,
You are the first person with the tickets. So
I'm excited.
Let me bring it to the show.
I'm super excited. I'm taking pictures too that I got my tickets. Go get yours. Yeah, and this will definitely be out before then. So like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
excited.
yeah. So you got to get it out before.
Now, guys, time to make it. So my podcast is not time sensitive, but now it is. Juice made it time sensitive. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So explain to the people that have never been what they can expect from a 90s party.
So this one here, we play everything 90s. So we get into like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls. We play a little bit of everything because our crowd is becoming diverse. Like
Yes.
we got a lot of, it's not just black people.
Black people, Caribbean.
Yeah, because we're definitely seeing now as we're throwing this boat cruise, very mixed. People are loving it. Like we got all cultures.
All culture.
I mean, all white people, Chinese people, Indian, Spanish showing up. Love it.
Food.
Yeah, food included.
Food was fire too.
Yeah, food included. Boat ride from 8 to midnight.
Yeah.
Boarding is at 7 p.m. People are usually in the parking lot from 5:30
Drinking.
pre-drinking with their coolers. We got, usually people have speakers outside playing 90s music, but we get into everything. Dance hall, R&B, soca,
Yeah.
New Jack Swing, so Bobby Brown, a little bit of everything.
Guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Juice does a dance. He always.
Yeah, I always do a
He
dance off. I always do a dance battle where I put up money. Like, I get like $50 and I'll tell people who wants to battle me literally every year.
Every year. I think I have a couple footage of those too.
Intoxicated at that point of the party, but I usually
And his 90 fit is on
always have
point.
the 90s outfits.
On point. Not missing a beat.
If you're watching this, if you're a dancer, I put $50 up.
Yeah.
I tell the DJ, and we usually play like something very popular, like Belle Move DeVoe or something, and I'll battle one by one. I always lose, I'm not gonna lie, because I usually start gasping out of air. I'm dying. My knees start hurting, and out of the head. So if you're battling me, you're gonna win.
You're gonna win.
Yeah.
Just for the good show.
Yeah, I always do it every single 90s party where I will battle people, and I love to give that money.
I love the fact that you and Brenda come together as a 90s. Like you guys always bamboo airing the whole night.
Yeah, we always have our outfits coordinated. We're going to Valley Village. We're getting the fits ready.
Yeah.
I tell her how the shoes. Like we're always
Yes.
even color coordinated at all the boat cruises. Yeah. So expect a good.
It's gonna be good.
You know.
Sunday. That's in July.
Yeah. Middle of July.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. I'm so excited. Thank you. I was waiting for you to drop the ticket here for like, you know how you're like, oh, it's coming.
Yeah, no. So we have tickets on Instagram.
Yeah.
The 90s party Instagram page.
Yeah.
There's an Eventbrite link.
Yeah.
But there are service fees
Yes.
and taxes.
Yeah, that's
So,
what we're parking.
Yeah. So we do with the way we do half physical,
Yeah.
half online. So it's however
You want to pay it. Go get your tickets in cash.
Yeah. So if you want them in cash, you just got a DMB or the 90s party page. We're gonna have about 10 different people with tickets
Yes.
dispersed from east to west,
West.
Pickering to Mississauga, to like everywhere.
Nope.
Or online, because a lot of last minute people the morning of get them online. Yeah, you're gonna pay a few extra bucks, but
It's well worth the party. Best party I've been to. Like for a summer boat ride, that's my favorite one.
there we go.
Thank you, Juice, again. This was amazing.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. Until next time, break easy.
Oh.